Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday Night Primetime. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Ready up. Get it.
On the RPO, quickly in the hands of Cooper. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Ready.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Demetrius Knight there on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Ready, put 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. Couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop.
Here's Burrow going to begin this one. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Makuba. Now after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. He's inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Philadelphia. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
They're on the 21-yard line.
Here, stop.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
It's just set. 11 MT.
Burrow working in the pistol. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. Gain there of 21. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Pass midfield to the 45. And they are finally going to get him down at the Bengals' 27-yard line. That is a big play for Cincinnati. And even 30 yards.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses. The ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. That's John Campbell getting in there to make the play. From the 24 now, here's second down and 7.
Here we go. Wide 80, 12. Go.
Now Brown. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
It's 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Stop.
Back to throw. Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Cut.
That's taken in. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. 1st and goal coming up.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
180, 11 MT. Stop.
A run on 1st and goal. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Stop.
Brown is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready up. Let's go now.
Now, faking the give. His pass complete to Jalen Noel. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Rookie from Michigan State looking sharp on that throw. It's a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Got it. Ready?
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 19 Lion.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Philadelphia.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Dragon 70 Timberwolves. Cut 19! Cut 19!
He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. And they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third and 11.
19 tight. Ready. Mustang night. Cowboy 80.
He'll drop to throw. Open receiver is Dotson. And he'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter, as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. This one is caught by Dotson, and he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line. 2nd down and goal. They'll run the toss to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal.
19 target.
Dotson, the man in motion. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll take it on in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is Turner. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. 11 in, start. Right 80. Right is hot. Start.
On 1st down, Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. 16 yards on the game, and a quick 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. They'll look to set up the screen here. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to goal.
And he's going to get him a 1st down here across midfield and down to the 45.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. Start.
They'll run here with Brown. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
180.
Burrow here on 2nd down. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Ready?
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave.
Here we go.
All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
12.
Here's a run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Dotson, the man in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 29.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and it just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Cut 19. Ready? Let's go.
They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Dragon 60. Ready,
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He's going to take a shot down the field. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Noel that time. And 3rd down coming up.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here of the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Eagles get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
11. Stop.
Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
180, 11 MT. Stop.
Working out of the guns, Burrow. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. The Bengals ready to punt this one away. This is taken at the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Let's go. Steady.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
3. 2nd down, they need 3.
18, Rumble. 18. Here we go. Panther 60. 19, Lion.
Back to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath, focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field. Here's the timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that 1st down.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bengals' 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. A dive, but he's hit, and the ball's out.
And with all this talk talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Right 80.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Here we go. 180. He's hot.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Forced to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second and 10.
Here we go. 180.
Burrow working in the pistol. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. That is caught. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's a gain of 49.
On 1, ready?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's get set. Stop.
Running from the pistol, it's Brown. Oh, a loose football. And the Eagles recover the football.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Let's go. Warriors 70. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
From his end zone, he'll throw it on 3rd and long. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. On the return, it's Turner. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
On 2, ready? Here we go.
Burrow now. He'll find Gesicki over the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 19 on that pass play. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
At the 31-yard line.
Here we go. Stop.
Here's Brown. And he'll get back to to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Back
to throw. Burrow. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Wide 80.
Burrow. He'll find Andre Yosibach. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This will be a 41-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals have tied it at 17.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
Let's go now. Come Ryan. Go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work.
When they called that play, but those guys on defense, they felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
He'll look to throw. He connects downfield to Dotson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Big-time play for Philly. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 60 by 6. Panther 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready, right?
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. Big-time play for Philly. 32 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open. Short throws turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Unlock line. Unlock. No. Hey. Check. Panthers.
Once again, it's Parker. And he's got another one. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will go up by 7.
Bengals 17.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's time.
Play action now. It's Burrow. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Nolan Smith. He's in there for the sack. It's his 3rd of the year.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
He'll air one out for Higgins. That's caught! And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 45 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
11, mighty. Right, 80. Stop.
A carry here for Brown. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And he's going to pick up the 1st down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On the ground, it's Brown, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. And it's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
I'm one, right?
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal.
Right, 80. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
Burrows from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he will score again. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up. We got ourselves a ball game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
That's Goddard in motion. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
At the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and a couple.
Let's go. Steady.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles first down. Tackle's made it about the 38-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Quick throw, the RPO to Goddard. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
Set to go now on first and 10. They'll run. It's Barkley. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now this looks like a design run, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
You could see the quarterback once he got the snap. He was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. It was 3rd and 16, and they got 17. And a new set of downs.
First down, Philadelphia.
They run on the jet sweep. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
So the challenge of these jet sweeps, Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give them the jet sweep. So when you don't get an early read, you see the leverage and the contain of the defense break down, and these receivers and the way they can run, they get out into space, they are a handful to track down. Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Tie game, 4th quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone yet again. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This is Turner. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Now, Burrow. This one, deep downfield for Chase. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
So if this was an NBA game, Mike, we call that a heat check. He wasn't even open, but you know what? With the success that they've had all game so far, he's just saying, this time the defense has him covered, but expect him to continue to look his way. He's had a monster day. The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. That's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Here's Burrow. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
They'll throw out of the gun. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready.
A run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's now second and 6.
Cowboy 80.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. This crowd into it now as we get to third down.
60 by 6.
Now a give to Barkley, running right. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. 70 seconds left to go in this game.
A 43-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On 1, ready?
This is first and 10.
Gun. Start. 180. 180 shot. Start.
They'll drop to throw. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it'll bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
180. Hot.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance and took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
Pack the 60.